BTC back at 92K. Things are looking all right at the moment. I've got an interesting chart for you guys that could be breaking out imminently. Things could get a little bit hot for some of these altcoins that we are going to be talking about. Then today, I've got a couple of guests for you guys. One of them is Load, and the other one is the ADA girls. The Cardano girls are back in business. We've had a pump on that thing. So guys, we got setups coming for you. We're talking Bitcoin. We're talking all these altcoins. We got our guests. There's tons happening here. Let's get right into this. Remember, as always, hit that like, hit the bell, hit the subscribe. AI Ray is still here. He is AI Ray.
AI time. Let's go.
I think the best mover so far, Ray, has got to be GRT. Yeah, a little bit bad at the moment. A little bit disappointing.
GRT.
Render's going okay. So look, let's see. Akash, we spoke about Akash yesterday. That front ran my zone. So that thing started ripping a little bit early. Theta still cooking for anybody who got Theta. That was a banger. GRT, absolute banger. And near top right there, very disappointing at the moment. My L1 AI play not looking good here at the moment. And Bonk is back in business, guys. We absolutely nailed that Bonk entry yesterday. I've got that Bonk chart for you guys for an update. Hopefully, some of you guys did grab that thing. So let's start with our current BTC situation. So this is our second visit now today to this liquidity zone here at 92K to 93. This is our danger zone again. You can see every time we've moved into this area, we've had a hard rejection on BTC. Now, Ray, next. Squeeze time, I suspect. We got a couple of shorts piling up in these types of regions, and maybe we're going to get teed up for some kind of move now. Second visit of the day. So what I would say here, let's watch 92.5. Let's watch this region. If we start getting a little bit of momentum here on BTC, let's look if we can get some support. There could be a nice little breakout long coming on BTC for today. So we're going to get Ray to watch that for us. And then to the downside, big zone we need to watch here, 91,200. That will be our second tap then today, 91,200. Then, oh, here we go. They're ending us as we're talking. And then a little bit lower, 90,250. That is still a big one for me. I've got double trend action here as well. So this could be a banger long zone. So if we do get a bleed out here, looking for a bounce long at 90,250. We've got VWAPs there. We've got 618 trends, horizontals. It's all going down over there for us. So big show ahead. I think we've got a solid hour coming. And our ADA girl, she's in hiding. She's there, but she's not there. Hopefully she'll make... there she is. There she is. Welcome. We're going to get you back just now, subject to likes. And then we got the other two legends. The Low team are here. We're going to talk to them about their token that just got launched today on 𝗬𝗥. It's the only place you can trade it at the moment on 𝗬𝗥. So we're going to get the guys in a couple of minutes here. We're going to talk about that one. Okay, so let's see. Fear and greed, we're back at 90. So yesterday we were at 83 and things were looking a bit better, but we're hot again at 90. So how do you cool it down? Well, you issue some war news and you fire some missiles into Russia, and that is typically how you're going to cool down this fear and greed index. So this is all happening now at the moment. And if you've been following the news this morning, basically US missiles are flying into Russia, but courtesy of the Ukrainians and Biden doing his thing. Okay, so it's not looking that positive at the moment. And so they're shooting US missiles into Russia from Ukraine. Okay, not good. And Vlad is looking upset. He's not happy at the moment. And you can see here, he's with his generals in the snow, looking quite angry here. So watch out, okay? Lots of war stories again. And, you know, these things have an effect on the market. But for some reason, the US market doesn't get it. They're like, okay, well, we'll just pump this thing some more. So let's buy some more S&P. And we are pushing back higher. So there's two gaps that I'm watching on the S&P at the moment. This is the first one we're going to look to close. So if we do push this one here, look for a little rejection, then maybe we come down and we start filling the second gap to the downside. So right now, if you are sitting in S&P at the moment, 5,950, that type of level looks like a possible rejection zone on this current strength. And then the downside support, no changes there. 5,780 is what we are watching. And then Michael Saylor in the news again, year to date. MicroStrategy's treasury operations delivered a BTC yield of 41.8%. I mean, this guy's absolutely killing it. And they weren't very bullish on his business a couple of years ago when he was buying the top of BTC BTC at 40K. Everyone thought he was absolutely ridiculous. Now, who is laughing at the moment? Look at this. This is MicroStrategy on the weekly. Okay, this thing is just gapping up all the time here. And I mean, main support, if anyone cares, 180. Okay, but the guy's making money, and MicroStrategy is benefiting. Anyone who owns shares in that thing is absolutely cooking at the moment. And then tomorrow, final warning, NVIDIA earnings, they are coming out. That is why we've been tracking GRT, Render, and some of the other AI tokens over the last couple of days. And NVIDIA giving an early earnings pump here. So I'm not that happy with what I'm seeing with regards to NVIDIA at the moment. I really wanted to see it pushing into the 130 zone. That would have been a beautiful sell-off into that zone to buy into earnings, but now we're pumping a bit early. So I would just exercise a bit of caution. Any hard pumps on NVIDIA, look out for a rejection there when those earnings come out. That's tomorrow after market close, and most likely see some kind of sell-off if we pump hard into that. And that is how I'm basing my current AI trades. I'm sitting in Render, I'm sitting in GRT, Fetch. I might still be in Fetch. I think I might have actually got stopped in Fetch from yesterday, but we're going to cover some of those shortly. And then one more note, guys, very important. From tomorrow for 3 days, you're going to find me on this time slot, but at Crypto Live Group. So you need to follow us on YouTube, Crypto Live Group. Go and follow it. There is a link in the description for you guys here. Make sure you are following, make sure your notifications are on. I'm going to go live tomorrow. So if you can't find me there, you can't find me here on Banter Plus, you know where to find me. Okay, so we'll make sure you guys are there. And Imam says, I want to buy XRP. Should I? Well, I see there's a partnership between my two favorite meme coins, ADA and XRP. So we're going to talk about that now. We got the Cardano girl in the house. She's going to tell us this XRP news. I'm very excited about this. She's coming soon, coming in hot. Okay, so guys, don't forget, tomorrow, me and Sheldon as well, also a Crypto Live Group tomorrow during the day. Okay, let's go. Funding rate heat map looking relatively clear, and I think there's been a lot of relative weakness in these altcoins lately. We haven't had the last couple of days have been quiet, so you can see we've had a nice refresh here on the funding rate heat map at the moment, and a little bit of a clean out. You can see things were getting a little bit hot here where it's bright orange. Goat was feeling the pressure, but overall that's not so bad at the moment. And then liquidation zones to the upside, things to watch here for us. 93K, that's that hot zone we're talking about. And there's some fresh meat up here, 94K, even in that type of region. So that is definitely a big zone that you want to watch for any upside moves here on BTC. So lots Ray, just keep us posted there. If we're going to get a little breakout here, maybe we can start trying to catch that thing. Okay, let's talk dominance. So this is dominance on the 4 hour. We understand the context here. This is our weekly chart, but I've zoomed in onto the 4 hour, and we can see we are in a downtrend at the moment on dominance, and that has been why these alts have been, they've been okay. They haven't been pumping, but they've been kind to us at the moment. So as long as we're getting this dominance moving down, these altcoins are okay. Just look out. Once again, the warning, BTC is at resistance. If BTC rejects and this dominance starts pumping higher, these altcoins are going to start feeling a little bit of heat. So just make sure you know where your stops are, you know your hot zones, you know your areas that you need to be watching. So right now, we are in a downtrend, so that is okay so far on dominance. And then USDT dominance, no real changes from yesterday. So relatively flat at the moment. We kind of in no man's land here at the moment. So a dip lower, good for altcoins. A push higher, bad for altcoins and the market as a whole. So let's just let that one play out. But if we do get a little altcoin rally, look out for that bounce. 3.9%. That guy is going to be your bounce zone. That is most likely a take profit zone on a lot of your altcoin trades if we do drop into that type of region. Now, let's cover Solana. So, we know the story here. Sol is absolutely cooking at the moment, and the DEX has reached record 41.6 billion weekly volume, eclipsing the combined trading of ETH, Base, and BSC. We know it's all about Sol. It's all about Sol. And Pump.Fun, it's driving the Sol market as well. Look at the revenue in the last 24 hours here, 2.27 million. We know these meme coins are pumping, and this is the chart that I wanted to show you guys. And this is Sol versus BTC on the weekly. Now, if you look at Sol, ETH versus BTC on the weekly, it's a horrible sight. It's going to make any ETH bulls cry. But this chart is looking relatively bullish here for Sol versus Bitcoin. So if we do see a break here, I think we're going to see some massive moves in the Sol ecosystem, and obviously Solana as a whole. And anybody who's been trading Sol, you can see where we are with Sol at the moment. We are pushing all-time highs. We are looking super bullish there. So the minute we get a pop here out of this region, I expect fireworks And then we're going to see Sol past all-time highs, and we're going to start flying. So this is a big one to watch. I've got my eyes on this thing, a nice pump here. Good stuff, okay? War news, missiles, things like that. Market falls over. We know Bitcoin falls over. What happens to the altcoins? They generally lose more than BTC. So if we do have some kind of war situation, look out. We'll just be moving to our lower side of this rising trend here on Sol versus BTC. And that is where I expect to get our next reversal if we do drop to the downside. But right now, super exciting. We had a critical point here. Could get a breakout on Sol BTC, and you look at this chart. I mean, this is an absolute thing of beauty, and I'm sure the Cardano girl would like to see this on ADA at some point. Do you concur?
I think, yeah, I'm bullish. Let's just see how the next few months roll out, because
He's bullish.
It's going to
I'm very excited about this Cardano chart we're going to talk about, and I'm still going to call it ADA if you don't mind. That's still my preferred.
Oh, my preferred ADA. It has to be.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so Sol looking solid. Anyone trading Sol here at the moment? Especially the spot traders, okay? Degen leverage traders, if you don't have an amazing entry, big levels you need to watch. 215 down to 200, 205, okay? That's your big level number one. Your next big zone, 195 to 190. These are your massive areas here. These are DCA zones. If we get a flush out in the market and we get a drop in Sol like that, that could be an amazing buying opportunity for anybody missed. That would be a nice 20% pullback on Sol. That could be nice. It could be pleasant. Little BTC rejection, a couple more missiles, then we get a few buy opportunities there on Sol. So that is looking good. And then Degens, well, we got our entry yesterday. Anybody that was looking for the Degen play on Sol yesterday, we pinged our hot zone. It was our 382 and our horizontals. Nice little move off that for now. But right now, Sol, a little bit bearish here on the 2 hour. Okay, we got a double top in play, but supports that you want to be watching, no changes here. 234 and 226. Degen zones, they still apply here. Any dips into that type of area, look for that reaction again. If we have a bit more weakness, that is a hot zone. 226. Nice tie in here as well with horizontals. So Degens, those are your levels. Iron Nut, what was that comment there, Ray? What did he say? Too many shorters from TS says we're going up. I concur. Too many people expect for AI to pump. It will go the opposite. Not wrong. You know, the game plan here is we pump into NVIDIA. Okay, a lot of people make the mistake. They want to buy like on the NVIDIA earnings. Okay, and they end up buying the top of these things. So we like to react, you know, in opposite directions. If we pump into earnings, it's normally a sell. If we dump into earnings, it's normally a buy. So that is pretty much the game plan. And you can see that on this current GRT chart that's absolutely ripping. We'll get into it in more detail. Let's just find our GRT. Look at this absolute banger. Okay, I gave you guys this entry yesterday. This thing is cooking, and I fired this one up in Bitfunded with SHIB. Okay, so we got some moves going here in Bitfunded, but we're going to talk about that in more detail in a second with you guys. Let's just cover Dupe. That was another one yesterday. I gave you guys that hot zone that we were playing at. I'm still sitting in my Dupe position. No reason to change this thing. Sol strength, Dupe strength, that is what I'm looking for. If the market starts falling over, look, your support, 1.14 is what you're watching on Dupe. If the market falls over, your next big zone, I pointed this out yesterday, it's got to be this entire block here from 1.09 down to about 1.07. That is going to be your next big zone that you're going to be looking at on Dupe, but no changes for me sitting in this position. Lots of chop, okay? It's pretty boring watching it at the moment, but no reason to close this just yet. So anybody trading Dupe, we are still good. And then speaking of 𝗿𝗥, as you guys know, the load guys are here. They've launched their token on 𝗿𝗥. Now, 𝗿𝗥 is one of our trading partners as well, and we are running the 𝗿𝗥 comp. You can see we got 464 traders in our competition at the moment, and at the moment it says I'm coming 22nd in the volume ranking. Let's see, P&L 6 in the P&L, ROI ranking 34. Okay, so we got room for improvement here. We need some pumpers for sure, but that thing is ticking over nicely. And then here are the current trades that I'm sitting in this competition. I'm long grass at the moment. I'm long WIF. I took a stop on WIF earlier today and jumped back into WIF, so I'm hoping this one starts moving for us. Injective, I'm trading Injective off the weekly pivots, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that one. That's on 𝗎𝗒𝗟𝗏. I'm going to give you that trade. It's not too late to get an Injective entry if we're going to get that moving. Oh, there's Fetch from yesterday. Okay, so that is still alive. 𝗬𝗢𝗟, no changes to 𝗬𝗢𝗟𝗡𝗙. Filecoin, boring. 𝗧𝗓𝗏, absolute piece of shit at the moment. And 𝗏𝗏, also causing me tons of pain while I watch this thing. This thing was $500 up. It's now red. I mean, this is absolute pain. 𝗏𝗏 and 𝗧𝗓𝗏 at the moment. So let's talk to the node, guys, and then I'm going to show you. When we're done with the node, guys, I'm going to give you my injective setup. I think easy algo play. We got very tight pivots there. Could be a banger. And then we're going to talk a couple of other things. And then our Cardano girl's coming. She's coming. Just be patient. Make sure you're hitting those likes. Okay, so this is the Load team. This is Ian and this is Martin. They are from Load. Now, their token got launched on 𝗬𝗥 today. And these guys are basically, let's call it an RWA narrative on gold and silver. Let us know. What are we talking about? Well, tell us a little bit about Load here.
We're on. Hey, Dylan. Good to meet you.
Hello.
Thanks for having us on today.
Good to have you guys here.
Right on.
Tell us about Load.
The 𝗨𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪 protocol was launched today on 𝗬𝗥, and we're pretty happy with the result of that. Load has been 7 years in development. It is a RWA play, as you mentioned. It's essentially DeFi for precious metals. It's a bit of a machine because stakeholders and the circulating supply of the silver and gold are locked into the protocol, enabling users to stake, reward, lend, borrow, and grow yield on silver and gold. It also restores silver and gold to the people. So it's an efficient way to access and to access affordable precious metals.
So I mean, are we buying? It's synthetic gold and silver, right? On the blockchain. Is that what we're doing here?
That's right. We're working with pricing oracles and price discovery that's supplied by Chainlink in our partnership with Branks and attestation agents to bring real world pricing and affordability and open access to precious metals in a machine that rewards the stakers for putting precious metals into the system in the first place. It's called Load because Load is a colloquial term for mother lode, which is the source of silver and gold. And so it's something that our community adopted 7 years ago when we started on the protocol. Load is very different because no one person owns it. It's open access to precious metals in an efficient, affordable fashion. And
you've got 3 tokens. So you've got your mother token, which is Load3 or LOD3.
LOD3,
and then you've got a silver and a gold token. So where would you trade the silver and the gold tokens?
AGX and AUX coins. They're all tradable on Trader Joe, and we'll be rolling out liquidity across CEXs in this next couple of quarters. So today was a big step for the Load community. Stepped into the CEX world today.
And okay, so and if I'm holding the Load token, I can stake it. What are my other benefits of holding the token there?
Staking and yield and gaining access to valuable emissions that come off the circulating supply of the other side of the model, which is the silver and gold itself. So there are 8 streams of inflows that come off of that circulating supply. They're all captured by what we call the fee collector. The fee collector auto-pays autonomously into what we call the 𝗟𝗩𝗏, which is another smart contract, which is the flywheel in the system, which makes available for stakers a self-claim emission reward for powering the protocol. So it's a machine for precious metals.
Okay. Nice. Well, guys, you know my view on RWA. If you in crypto and you need that in your bags, you need RWA, you need AI, you need gaming, you need DeFi, you need a bit of everything. And you guys know I love this RWA narrative. So this could be something that you guys could be watching or pay attention to. It's a fresh chart here. This is the 15-minute candles. It's just launched today. Guys, good luck. And you can follow them on Twitter here. It's LOD3 and it's at @load_1. And if you want to see more about it, you can check their website out. There's also links in the show description for you guys as well. Guys, thanks for joining us and thanks for the info and good luck. Looking forward to seeing some more action. Thank you, guys. Okay, so that is the Load, guys. Guys, if you like RWA stuff, you like the narrative, check it out. Do your own research. Have a look at this thing. They are live on 𝗬𝗥. If you want to buy the token, you can get it on 𝗬𝗥 now. There's a 𝗬𝗥 link in our show description. Okay, let's go some alpha here before we bring in the Cardano girl. Ray, do we have enough likage here yet? I mean, I don't know if we have enough likage.
We don't.
Ah,
We
guys.
definitely don't.
Where's my
Sorry,
people in the
guys. I'm literally buzzing off my tits.
Cunning George says, where can we long load? You can buy it on spot on WeX at the moment. Okay. When we have the right amount of likage, we're going to bring the lady back, AI Ray. Let us know.
Yeah.
Keep us posted. Guys, and come,
We're
welcome
about
our guest.
150 short.
Can you welcome our guest in the chats here? Okay. We've got such a lovely relationship with the Cardano girls. Okay, let's go. Let's get out. Oh, my alarms are going off here. My pussy bot started going off here. That's my Popcat bot that I'm trading with, and that's hopefully it's not sending us to zero, but it's just started going off. Okay, let's talk. It must be sending us to zero because I see Injective just fell over. Okay, so here's the Injective trade that I'm looking at the moment. This is an easy algo trade setup that I'm looking at. So I'm not using my regular TA. I'm just playing easy algo levels here. And for those of you that pay attention, this is Injective on the 15. For those of you that like easy algo, you can see I've got a super tight weekly pivot here, and this thing acts as support and resistance for us. And what I'm looking for here is a nice push up on Injective. I want to find support above the weekly pivot, and then I want to send that one higher. So right now, that Injective position you see I'm in, my stop is going to be a close under this type of region here, which is the 24.2 zone. You can see I do have horizontal tie-in as well, and easy algo gives me the lower levels that we can start playing with at the moment. So I'm using that as our base, and then upside targets for me 26 and 26.4. So these are the upside moves that I'm looking at, and there's a couple of ways you can play it. You can start playing roundabout now in this type of zone, or alternatively, when it starts breaking that trend, you can start looking for a position, and then you can use the tight weekly pivots as your support. So once we break above those weekly pivots, you can use these pivots as your exit zone. So let it play out a little bit. If it does get a bit of momentum, you're just going to bring up a stop to under the weekly pivots. Then when we start breaking trend, you can start bringing the stop up to just under the highs of the weekly pivots, around about 24.7. So right now for me, it's 24.2. And then when we do get momentum, it's going to be 24.5. And then once we break that trend, you're going to look at around 24.7. So these are your options. This is a very short-term trade that we're looking at here. This is the 15-minute chart, looking for a little move on Injective. You can see what happens the last couple of times we have popped through the weekly pivot. We have had a couple of nice moves here. So looking for something similar. And if not, we start losing these levels, then we're turning bearish. I'm cutting that Injective trade, and they can send it back to zero. And then tomorrow we'll get a new entry and we'll take another look at that thing. So that's the Injective play. You can see I'm riding this one here in WeX at the moment. Okay, so right now it's flat. So no big news on that one. Then I'm trading grass. So this one was a trend break also on lower time frames. Let's look at the grass chart quickly for you guys. And you can see we've just broken trend here on the 1 hour time frame. So this just looks interesting to me. Maybe a little bit of action coming. Right now we are rejecting off the 40 MA on the 4 hour. That's a nice one to get on your charts. Nice little reaction zone. So if you're looking for support on grass, you want to look at, let's get out our 382. Bang. Okay, so you're looking at 2.58. 2.58, that's a big one. And then 2.47, that's going to be your next big one that you're watching. So if grass is going to stay bullish, you know the drill by now. We've got a trend break. If it's going to stay bullish, you typically want to hold your 382, or alternatively, if things get dark, you kind of want to hold that 618. That's pretty much what you're going to be looking at grass. And then upside targets for me, we've got a nice cluster. If there is a bit of momentum here, I would say I want to watch this type of zone to the upside. So just under 3.04, that type of area there on grass could be a nice target for us. And Mr. 100 wants to know if it's Brittany. It's Cardano Spears. It's Cardano Spears is coming on the show. There she is. She's liking your jokes. Guys, keep it coming, okay? Tell jokes there in the chats. Let's make her laugh a little bit. Let's keep her happy. Okay, let's see. What else is going on? Kimmy says, not lying. I dropped most leverage trade because of Ukraine and Russia. Well, Kimmy, you're not alone. I panic closed my BTC long because of all the chats and everyone was talking about rockets and things like that. So I closed my BTC long only for it to start pumping again. And James just says I need to TP my bonk trade. Okay, let's just see where the bonk trade is here quickly. James, do we really need to TP this bonk trade? Okay, there's Bonk. Let's find Bonk. There's Bonk. It's 870 up here. James, let me know. Okay, James is the meme master. Okay, he came second in the 𝗬𝗎𝗍 comp. If the man tells me to TP Bonk, I might have to TP Bonk. So, James, just confirm. I don't know if you're joking or not. Okay, let's see. The African degen says she's hot like the 88 chart. She's cooking like the 88 chart. Guys, that chart is hot now. 88 is my favorite thing at the moment. It seems to be moving again. We're going to be looking for some degen entries. James, are you seriously going to make me close this Bonk trade, bro? I can't decide if he's serious or not. Why does he want to send me to zero? Okay, James, I'll let it run for a little while longer. Okay, let's go. Updates now from yesterday. We've done grass as well. Okay, you've got grass. Let's talk theta. So this was a banger from yesterday. Hopefully some of you guys got some theta action, and you can see on the degen chart, it's holding up relatively well. Our entry zone was down here. I think on the show, let's just cover that. Sniper Club members, they got their entry in that type of region. I think on the show, we looked at the entry slightly higher up, but the original entry was down here at 1.57, that type of area. If you're trading theta, you can see bigger picture, zoom out, bigger picture, what is going on. There's a potential 53% move on theta, but we do need to hold certain key levels. So let's just adjust on the weekly what this looks like. We're going to take our fibs to the highs, and you can see we got an absolute banger at 1.64. Okay, that is weekly support or daily support we want to watch on theta. Where does that take us? That takes us to that perfect yellow line. Okay, so this takes us to this horizontal. So for me, theta traders, if there is a little bit of weakness, look for something along these lines here on any pullbacks. Okay, that is what you're going to be watching. So 1.67 down to 1.64. Watch that region. If there is a little bit of weakness there, that is kind of where you want to see some action. And then anybody who's got that theta trade, you can then raise your stops if you want to de-risk. Just bring it to under that zone. You can see that is a daily zone that we're watching. So remember, you zoom out, bigger picture. What am I doing in the bigger picture? What am I opening up here? How do I stay in that zone? And that's pretty much the zone you want to stay in. Now, if you're prepared to sweat it out back to entry, we do have a 618 at 1.57, but that's got to be your last resort, because if we start losing that trend, it gets a little bit ugly again. So 1.57. What did 𝗥𝗑𝗧 get? What absolute banger did she get? 1.57 and 1.64. Watch those areas. Those are the ones we need to pay attention to. What did 𝗥𝗑𝗧 get? What banger did she get?
I'm not sure.
We don't know. 𝗥𝗑𝗧, let us know. What did you guys get? Because, I mean, we nailed some absolute bangers yesterday. Now, you guys saw me. I traded this in the Bitfunded demo account. Now, remember what happens with Bitfunded? It's prop funding. So what happens is you get a demo account, you pay them money, they send you a demo account. You send them $79 or $100. They give you a demo account. You get 8% stage 1, you get 5% stage 2, they give you real money to trade with. So here I am trading the demo account now on Bitfunded. I've got GRT long, it's 1800 up. I've got SHIB long, it's $100 up. I'm going to show you that SHIB position as well. Fully old school today. ADA, SHIB, I mean, it's all going down here today. We're literally going back into the dark ages. But hopefully with the news on Cardano, we may be going to exit the dark ages. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so that is the current play there. And Bitfunded, very simple platform. You deposit your money, you get your demo account, you trade it like a normal trading exchange. If you pass those tests, you get real money. You keep 80 to 90% of the profit. So remember, guys, everything I talk about is in the show description. You can find it under the show, including our guest, okay, who's sitting here, and including the load guys. Their information is here as well for you. And Bitfunded is there. All the exchanges that I use, WeX, ZoomX, Prime XBT, everything is here for you guys. Easy Algo, MDX, the whole story, okay? You can find it all sitting in that type of zone. Okay, so let's go. GRT. Now, hopefully some of you guys got this banger, and I applied the simple theory that I always apply to all of this stuff. If we got pressure on a weekly level or pressure on a daily major level, we can try and trade a breakout trade into the next zone. So the principle behind that, you saw it on Render, you saw it on Theta, you saw it on, what was the other, GRT. And what we wanted to do, we wanted to get this breakout yesterday and push it into the 0.264 zone. That is what we were looking for on GRT. And how did we do that? Well, we looked through a simple breakout play and we identified our horizontal break. So we identified on the 1 hour horizontal break. Look at this thing of absolute beauty. Okay, break, retest onto our level 0.21. I really hope A lot of you guys got some of these entries yesterday, and then an absolute banger move here on GRT. So right now, if you're in this position, your best play, you can bring your stops to entry, you can de-risk a little bit, and if you want to identify some key zones, you can take your fibs from the lows to the highs, just pull them to the top, bang, and you can see your first big zone, your first big support zone on GRT is 0.2245. So that is what you're going to be watching there. Let me highlight this one for you. And we've got beautiful horizontal tie in as well. And let's see where our VWAP is sitting. Let's drop that in there. Okay, so that VWAP not that helpful. So 0.2245. That's got to be your safest zone that you want to be watching. So if there is a little bit of weakness later on today, look for something like that. Could be a secondary entry on GRT. Look for that 0.2245. If you got that entry at 21, just lift your stops a little bit, okay? A couple of rockets here can send this thing back to zero. And let's, 𝗙𝗬𝗟𝗓 says, I need an absolute banger shirt. I agree. I concur. And Kickdrum says, there's your joke. Kickdrum, where's my joke, bro? I'm looking. I'm waiting. And 𝗬𝗟𝗓𝗏's 100x long on the 𝗖𝗥𝗓𝗏. Let's see what else we got. Let's see.
BTC about to take out the London high.
Are we going to do a scalpy here, bro?
Might be a short, though.
Bro, you said about to take out the high. You got me all excited.
But it's about to take out the London high, so I think it just, might ping up and fall over. It's looking a little shady.
Is it looking shady on the 3 minutes? Okay, because what I see here, okay, what I see here on the 15 minutes is excitement. Look at this. Okay, look at that. So if we get that pop, just like you saw on GRT, that's kind of what we're looking for. We're just looking for this little pop here, and we can trade this momentum. So if we get this pop, okay, something like that on BTC, you're going to bang your stop at 92,100, or you're going to bang it at 91,450, or if you're really a savage, 90,800. Okay, those are the types of levels you could look at potential stops. Okay, Ray, keep me posted. If we start sticking our head out, we'll have a go. Cunning George says Ray is right. He's going to send us to zero. Okay, guys, long or short, let us know in the chat here. What do you want me to do? We can do it. Okay, let's go. So GRT. Okay, you guys know the drill. GRT. Okay, hopefully tons of you got that. Then let's talk SHIB. Okay, this is an interesting one. Old school banger. Now we've seen XRP, my favorite meme coin, ripping. We've seen Doge ripping as well. Is SHIB about to do something? So I dropped this one in Sniper Club earlier today, a little bit prematurely. Look at this thing. They absolutely rejected the shit out of this thing, dropped all the way back down. What did it hit? It hit VWAP. It hit 618. And now there's a little bit of action on SHIB. So I suspect there's more to come. And the target that I've got for SHIB at the moment is 0.278. That's my first zone that I'm going to be watching on SHIB. So what you ideally want to look for now, if you're looking for a position, let's just degen this, yeah? Let's get you a tighter entry. So the first thing you want to do is just identify a break of a horizontal. You can see we've got a cluster over here as well. Okay, so if we get a little bit of momentum here, you most likely get this push. They take out that candle, then they're going to reject it. So this is what you want to be watching. You want to be watching this retest zone, 0.2552. You want to watch that type of area. So let it pop through. Let's see if we get that rejection. They come and take out this candle. Let's get that rejection. Let's see if we can get some buys in at around 255, 0.255 on that retest. Could be interesting. So if you didn't grab it earlier, for example, I mean, you couldn't have because I wasn't talking about it earlier, but if you didn't get it, if you're jumping in now, okay, 3.7% risk to the lows. Okay, that is your risk, 3.7%. So you weigh up the odds there on how that works for you. For me, the safest play is let it pop, look for that retest on horizontal. So for me, it's 255 that you're going to be watching. And then upside targets for SHIB, interim targets, small ones, is going to be this 277 zone. But then this thing can obviously do a ton more. We can see that wick there at 30. That's a nice little area as well. And we don't even have to dive into the major time frame charts just yet. But there's potentially 16% here. Ideally, what you want to see is just a nice little grind up, and then we'll have a nice move into that type of zone there for us. So SHIB, I'm in the SHIB position here. Let's see if this thing can hold out here. And it's 25K long at the moment. And my entry wasn't great. I actually sweated that one out a little bit at one point. Bonk still cooking. ACT, that's from yesterday. I'm hoping on some kind of listing somewhere. Okay, so I'm just holding the ACT at the moment. Myro, I'm in Myro long and Myro short. Absolute dog show at the moment. So the short's paying for the long at the moment while we just cruise. Brett, same story. So my Brett long is it's doing okay, but my Brett short is still green as well. So that's a bit of a mess. Render's cooking 700 up there. AVAX is good. Dupe off yesterday's level, good. And Theta is still cooking there for us. So those things are moving very nicely. Let's talk bonk. And guys, please tell me, some of you got this bonk entry from yesterday. I mean, Ray, look at this absolute thing of beauty here. I gave you guys the 618 and trend support on bonk at 0.0454 is what we are watching, and absolute banger now. And now I see why James is telling us resistance zone. Okay, so look out here, and he's 100% correct. Resistance here for bonk at 55. You can see we could get a situation here if Bitcoin rejects. What happens? Double top on bonk, and then they start sending us back to hell. So just look out there. That is a bit of a danger zone. But anyone trading bonk now, there's no new trades here. Your big support is 0.05 and then 0.0454. Now, for those of you that are new on the show, remember the drill. I give tons of setups every single day. Some of them are applicable on the day. Like sometimes we have none that are applicable on the day. Others we have to wait a few hours. Sometimes we wait 2 or 3 days. So don't trade everything that I give you. Pick your favorites that you can see, mark those levels on your charts, take some notes as to what I'm talking about and those areas, set the alarms on, and then you get entries like this. Bonk happened in the middle of the night, okay? Dropped down into that zone, but these are hot zones that I work with, and they often give us a great reaction. They don't always tell us it's the bottom and we pump to Valhalla, but what they do is they give us reactions of these areas, and sometimes that is all you need to start a nice little trade. When you get momentum, obviously, you can add on that thing and you can really grow. So that is the game plan. Remember, if you're watching my show, pick your best, take some notes, and just focus on those ones and give them time to play out. Now, we've got the Cardano girl. She's so patient. She's so patient, okay? How's our likeage there? Are we cooking yet, Ray?
I mean, it could definitely be more impressive. I mean, there's about 2,000 people here and we have 600 likes. What's going on, guys?
Higher.
Why are we being so cheap on the likes?
Even put on her makeup. She even put on her makeup for us. Okay, she's sitting in this luxury lounge. It's all going down. Yeah, it's all going down. It's obviously because her ADA
I wonder if she
bags.
can play the piano. What's popping with the piano?
Can.
Yeah, I am. 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 girls can do everything.
Okay, we're coming to you now. We're coming to you now. We're coming to you now. Okay, let's go. Let's go render, just an update on render, exactly the same game plan that we gave you guys yesterday. Same as GRT, same as Theta. What did we want to see on render? We want to break into our next big zone. So this is now on track. Remember, these trades for me are leading into NVIDIA earnings. So we were looking for a move on these front running the NVIDIA earnings. I think by the time we get to earnings, wherever these trades are sitting, it's most likely going to be a TP opportunity. So that is where I'm going to be de-risking, especially if we get proper momentum now and we start pushing up. But anyone who's trading render with me, 9.7, that is a big zone you want to pay attention to, and support on the daily 7.7 is what you want to be watching. So no changes there. And then this entry was absolute banger. Okay, it was absolute gold into the zone. Look at that, a 382 bounce on our horizontals straight into that entry box and a nice little reaction. So anybody trading this one at the moment, if you got that entry, what you can do is raise your fibs to the highs, identify where your 382 is, and you can start using that as your first line of major support. You'll probably find that's around about your entry. So just watch that closely. If we get some weakness in the market, you want to see what type of reaction you get in that type of area, because if they just come and bang that trend, you might see a situation where they send it higher. So just watch out there. 7.57 is what you want to watch on render. Watch that rising trend that I've put there as well, and then a little bit lower, 7.358. Watch those two levels. If those things hold, market stays bullish. Nice move coming on render to 9.6. Can I help you, sir?
I was gonna say, whoever caught that red candle with me, stop loss to break even.
Did you just short BTC?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ray, I think we're gonna pump today, bro. I think we're gonna pump.
That's why stop loss to break even. It's a scalp. It's dangerous. It's risky.
I don't want to counter trade Ray here, but I think we're gonna pump. I think we're gonna pump. Pump or dump. Pump or dump. Pump or dump. Pump or dump. ADA go. Pump or dump. Pump.
Yeah.
Okay. Higher. She says higher. Okay, let's go higher.
Let's see.
Let's go higher. We're sending it higher. Okay, I'm in. Let's go. I'll put my stop at 92,150. Okay, it's revenge for closing my trade earlier today. Okay, Cardano girl sent me up. Okay, I'll send you the invoice, or I'll send you the profits. Either way. Okay. Okay, we bring you back now. Okay, let's go. What have I got next for you? Okay, so Bonk we've covered, Render we've done. Okay, so you guys understand where we are with Render. Remember the importance of watching the show every day. I give these setups every single day. You just sometimes need to wait for these entries. The impatient, obviously, you can lose money if you're impatient. So that's why wait for the hot zones, wait for these areas. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to play out. Now, I'm doing a giveaway. Geez, there's so much happening today. I'm literally so much going on in the show today. Now, I'm giving away $1,500. Okay, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm doing it like this. Okay, here's our 𝗬𝗡𝗂𝗏 comp. And you can see I came 10th. Popcat is a good kitty, okay? Wasn't my best performance, okay? But I got $520 out of that. I spoke to DJ Dave. He came first. He won 8.5. He's going to give us 1,000, and I'm going to give my 500. So I want to give 100. The first 15 people, okay? Ray, can you drop the email address there? Okay, this is the criteria, okay? The first 15 people that mail giveaways at cryptobanter.com with their 𝗬𝗡𝗋 user ID and just show that you were trading on 𝗬𝗋, okay, in the last couple of weeks. Okay, the first 15 that send those email addresses, I'm sending you $100 each, okay, from my winnings and from Dave's winnings on the 𝗬𝗋 comp. So we're going to send it to you guys, and then you can trade it on however many X's you want. And, you know, if you get a banger, obviously make money and then just pay it forward to somebody else. That's all I want to say. So there's the email address. The first 15, if you are on 𝗬𝗋 and you've been trading on 𝗬𝗋, just quickly email them. First 15, I'm sending you $100. Okay, it's as simple as that. And also, thanks for trading in the 𝗬𝗋 comp with me. And a reminder, don't miss the next one, okay? Because they give amazing prizes to people who trade in these private competitions with me. So make sure that you guys are locked and loaded next time. And for those of you that missed the opportunity, remember, 𝗬𝗋 is in the show description. You can just sign up there and get ready. Get cracking. There's no KYC on them. And then just an update on Crossfire before we bring in the lovely lady who's being so patient here waiting for us. She's coming in hot. Crossfire, I spoke about these guys not too long ago. They had their layer 1. It's their layer 1 that went live recently. And they are doing all sorts of things in the space. Things are absolutely cooking on Crossfire. So you can take a look at their Twitter. It is Crossfire Chain. Okay, they are now live. They are happening, and they are bridging payments and doing all sorts of things. We did take a look at their chart previously, and we can see it's super volatile here. But anybody looking for a hot buy zone on Crossfire, just an update as to where we were. Look at this juicy zone here to the downside. 0.6 is where you want to be. So there's massive moves on this thing, but you can see whenever there's tons of momentum, there seems to be a sell. So look out. 70% move from here, and from the lows, I would say you probably can get 110%. But the buy zone for me, if I'm looking for a buy here, it's at 0.6. Okay, so that is where I'll buy Crossfire. 0.6, a simple game plan, range lows. Okay, this is the daily chart. This is going to be a weekly level for us as well. Big support. So if we dip into that zone again, that's a buy for me. Ride it up to 1.25. So that is what I'm going to be waiting for. And Alex says, I'm going to pay it forward. Okay, let's pay it forward. Let's go. Okay. I first want to play this amazing video. Well, I'm gonna have to switch browsers here. Okay, give me 1 second. Let my 𝗬𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗪 take over here. All this tech. Okay, hold on.
It's iconic. Scrap it.
I'm very excited about this video. Okay, Ray, you're gonna have to let me know if you can hear this one. I'm gonna just mute my sound as well. Okay, so this is for those of you that don't remember, okay, I was trading ADA, okay, and they took offense to ADA, okay. They weren't happy with the way I said ADA, okay, because it's ADA and it's Cardano, and it's the Cardano community, and they're very passionate about it. And they made an amazing video taking the piss out of me, like completely taking the piss out of me. But I found it the best thing that I'd ever seen, okay? And I invited them onto my show, and they explained why Cardano was so amazing. And I've been following them for a while, and they make great content as well. So I just want to show you their video quickly, and you can see the type of content that they are doing. Okay, let me just get this thing up. 1 second. I can't wait for this iconic video. Let's go. Cattle Daddy, that's the one. Okay, Ray, let me know if you can hear this thing. Let me just minimize my sound here quickly. Can you hear this, Ray?
Hello?
What's your favorite blockchain?
Solana.
Not Cardano.
No one's building on Cardano.
It's iconic.
Just buy a tomato, bro.
Trick or treat.
Trick.
Cardano's a ghost chain. Moo! I mean, boo!
Not again. Nicole?
I mean, what is going on here?
What are you doing?
That was our Halloween video.
What are you? I'm a house.
Is this one of your meme coins?
Yes,
Oski.
it is.
I want to tell you my secret now.
Okay.
I see unstaked Cardano wallet.
Unreal. Unreal. Is this for real?
I am so
They
sorry.
passionate.
In
They're
spite
passionate.
of the market sentiment, it's my fault. I insisted that we weren't in a bear market. I insisted that we keep building. And it's because of me that we're here now, cold and hungry.
Is this the Blair Witch?
It is,
I'm
yeah.
scared to check my wallet balance. I'm gonna die out here, all because I didn't buy any ADA, bro.
There's an idea of a Cardano supporter, some kind of abstraction. I monitor ADA's price, refresh my staking rewards.
It's American.
I'm disciplined. Proof of stake demands precision. But beneath this mask, there's not flesh, not humanity, just decentralization.
Hello, Cardano speaking.
Okay. Okay, guys, you get the gist of this thing.
You skipped the jokes here, Dylan.
This is quality. Okay, this is quality.
Congratulations to whoever took the short. Congratulations.
Ray, what happened now? Okay, congrats on your video. Okay, another absolute banger coming out of Cattle Daddy Media. But most importantly, okay, I think I owe you an apology for taking the piss out of ADA. Okay, you delivered in the end. You came with conviction on my show, and we still laughed about it a little bit, but there was a trade. But now this thing is absolutely cooking. So talk to me about Cardano. Why is it cooking? What is the latest news, and what am I missing? What is actually going on here?
Oh, Dylan, it's good to be back. We're so back. Oh god, the last week or so it's been mad. ADA has pumped by over 80% in the last week or so. There's been so much bullish news around Cardano, what's happening. I actually don't even know where to start. I'd say, well, first of all, let's talk about Cardano and Bitcoin, because that's what everyone's talking about at the moment. So,
Go.
Bitcoin OS, they're bridging Cardano and Bitcoin. So basically what that means is that the liquidity that's in Bitcoin, over 1.8 trillion liquidity, is coming to Cardano, and Cardano is bringing smart contracts, DeFi, gaming to Bitcoin. So gone are the days where you can just buy, sell, and trade your Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin's basically, it's going to have DeFi, it's going to have gaming, it's going to have all of these dApps because of Cardano. Cardano's bringing smart contracts.
Bitcoin is going to have DeFi because of Cardano. Okay, that's quite a big step. And tell me what's going on here. What's he doing with the government? What's the story here?
Oh my god, Dylan, this is an absolute banger of a story. All right, so basically, I've got to tell you. So, Charles Hoskinson, he got some pushback on social media, and he was like, all right, I'm going to take a social media break, hold my beer. So, He comes back. He goes on a spiritual retreat. He takes a bunch of testimony. He goes running in the woods and he embraces his inner wolf. He comes back on social media and he goes, "Hey guys, IOG Cardano is going to be focusing on drafting crypto policies with the US government and key leaders." Bullish. This man is an absolute legend. Strap in, guys, because a lot of unwinding.
Okay, well, where does this? I mean, there's two bits of super bullish news here on Cardano, and I must say, I got Sniper Club members that have been telling me to trade this thing for ages, and I've been treating it the same way I treat XRP, like with shits and giggles. Okay, but this thing is looking pretty serious now at the moment, and the way this chart is moving, it's definitely caught my attention. Now, there's another bit of news that's interesting to me. What is this? The two meme coins are coming together.
Yeah, so Charles posted this little teaser on X saying that he spoke to Brad, the CEO of Ripple, and that he's excited about the future. And yeah, he said that Brad is very collaborative. So it wouldn't surprise me in the next weeks or months or so that we'll be hearing a collaboration. They're teasing it at the moment, but yeah, XRP, Cardano joining forces.
So XRP tying in with Cardano. I mean, yeah, cool. We got the government situation. That's pretty cool. We're bringing DeFi to Bitcoin. But how do we make ADA cool? Because it's not cool.
Oh, it's really cool. You know, we're kind of we make Cardano cool, but I think, to be honest, with I guess like Cardano kind of gets a bit of a bad rep. I feel like
it does.
It does, yeah. Like the Alex Becker, you know, obviously back in the day, he was like, you know, completely ripping into Cardano. He still is, but I feel like he's very much simping Cardano at the moment. If you see some of his latest videos, he's talking more about Cardano. And I feel like for a long time, Cardano got this rep of being this like geeky chain, and influencers they followed the sheep without actually doing their own research. And now like Cardano's just had this like huge comeback with all of this bullish news, and obviously all the influencers and everyone are jumping on. But Cardano has always been a great chain. It's always had so much potential, and there's always been innovation there, but people just haven't opened their eyes, I guess. But now they are, with obviously all this British news on the go. I
mean, will it go back to all-time highs?
Oh, honestly, I think it's gonna be triple smash. Triple smash. Guys.
It's a better product now than it was 3 years ago. I mean, that's a question. It's not a statement. I'm asking.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Cardano has grown so much over the last couple of years in regards to smart contracts, DeFi, obviously meme coins, cross-chain collaboration. We're going to see a lot more cross-chain collaboration from Cardano, obviously like Bitcoin, XRP. There's even rumors around 𝗙𝗘𝗃𝗏 and Algorand at the moment.
All the Dino coins getting together. Okay.
Hey, they're the absolute legends, Dylan, at the end of the day. You know, legends.
I saw Algorand stop pumping as well the other day. It started ripping. Even something like XTZ started ripping the other day. Do you know what that is? I mean, that thing, that thing used to be a pumper and it went dead for a while. Okay, so look, this chart's looking good, to be fair. Okay, it got absolutely rinsed. If you look at the Sol chart and a lot of other charts, you've got this type of situation where they've reversed there. Okay, now ADA got properly abused here on the weekly, but it's made it an amazing recovery. Okay, so I mean, I'm assuming you don't trade it, you've just got bags and bags and bags, right? That's your style.
I'm holding gal.
She's a hot old gal.
I'm a Cardano gal. Of course I'm holding it up.
So what we're going to do here on the show is we're going to look for a degen entry. So there's two types of entries. There's a spot entry. Okay, and you can see on this chart here, your best spot entry is going to be any dips to 61, that type of region. You can see I've got a big cluster of candles in the zone. Okay, so that's a big zone. So call it 63 to 60. Okay, that's going to be your spot zone where you start looking around. Okay, we know that that's a weekly level for us. So if there is weakness, you can look for buys here, DCA buys, those types of things, because if the market gets rough, you most likely come down and you visit some more levels lower down. But if you're looking for a position on Cardano, your best or your safer zone, 63 down to 60, that type of area. If the market falls over, this could be an amazing opportunity. I never thought I'd say this, but that could be an amazing buy opportunity at 46, okay, for Cardano. Watch those zones on the higher time frames. Now, if there's any degens out there and you're looking for some plays, you're looking for some leverage plays, these are the types of zones that you can look at. So the same way we played GRT, Render, Theta, Bonk, all these tokens we've been looking at on the lower time frames, we look for reactions off our hot zones. And right now I've been tracking this today in the hope that I was going to get some kind of setup that we could have played with, but we don't have it just yet. So what I can give you guys, any downside here on Cardano, ADA, something like that could play out for me. I've got this anchored VWAP sitting here. I've got this trend and I've got this 382. So look out for a dip into 705 down to 69. Okay, 705 down to 69 could give you something here. Okay, that's a good number. I mean, it could give you some action there, and then we can get some kind of pump out of that thing. Okay, so that's what we're looking at there. Rising trend, anchored VWAP, horizontals, 382. When we break that trend, then you can add to that thing. So the same way you saw Bonk start dropping into a zone, let this thing come to you. Watch this level. So 707 down to 68, 69, that sort of level there. Put your alarms on. You can even set an alarm on a trend on TradingView. You can click the alarm and you can right click and you can add an alarm on a trend. So if it hits the trend, it can trigger it for you. Okay, so we'll actively change our tone on Cardano. Okay, it sounds a lot more bullish to me. We'll do our best. Okay, we'll look for some degen entries. If I catch an absolute banger, okay, you have to come back on the show if that thing is pumping.
Oh, 100%. Honestly, it's great to come back, Dylan. You guys are absolute legends. One thing I want to say is, guys, watch what happens over the next couple of months with Cardano and all of this British news unfolding. And my best advice, honestly, would be dump them, lock in, and just buy some 𝗙𝗓𝗏.
Okay, wise advice. If you want to find our guest, you can follow her on Twitter. There's two accounts, Lily Brody and Cattle Daddy Media. There is the guest channels here under the show description. There's all the info you need. There's even a YouTube if you like to watch those hilarious videos. You can find her there, or you can follow her on Twitter. Okay, thanks for hanging. Thanks for the update. Good to have you here.
Dylan. It's great to be back. See you next time.
Cool. Later. Okay, guys, there you go. From the horse's mouth. Okay, ADA is turning bullish again. Things are looking better from Cardano's front. Let's see. Okay, we'll hunt a couple of entries on the show. We'll pay a little bit more attention to this thing. Let's see if we can squeeze something out of that thing. Okay, you've got your setups. You got your levels you're watching. Big day tomorrow and video earnings. Ray, are we short or long here on BTC? Am I getting rinsed here, bro? Let's just confirm.
It dropped and now it's back to even.
Okay, didn't hit my stop. Okay, didn't hit my stop. Okay, that's bullish. Okay, didn't hit my stop here. And that might be worth a little ad. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. I'm long Bitcoin. 92,156 is where my stop is sitting. Good luck out there, guys. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Later. Banger, absolute banger.